everyone, and welcome to Style Buzz. I'm Ore Ajewale. Today I thought we'd shift our focus a little bit and talk men's fashion. So in honor of all the Yoruba demons disturbing the peace every Saturday, this one's called the Yoruba Demons Guide to Fashion Trends. Now joining me today is the creative head of Euphoria Nigeria with a style credit including Jimmy Tewe and Davido. Please make very welcome Kayode Olufon. Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You look nice, by the way.
You look good too.
Thank you. I think the best part of, don't mind me, I pay attention to details, is the, I don't know what that is, the strip on your pocket, and then on the cuffs yeah. Okay. So I don't know how you feel about calling people Yoruba demons, but let's call them fashion forward.
Yeah,
right. Okay. So I've made a list of 3 things that I think every fashion forward guy should attempt, or at least should own in 2018. I mean, if you don't have these 3 pieces, then yeah, not there, right? Okay, so shall we get started?
Sure.
Okay then. First on the list, I'm sure everybody can guess the first on the list. The first item on the list that every fashion forward guy should have in 2018 is an agbada. Yes. I know Ebuka has slayed it for the nation, but you can still get your own slayage in place. So tell us, for the perfect agbada, for instance, yeah, what are the 3 most important things? Let's talk the cut, or the style, the length, because I've seen some weird lengths lately that I don't even know if those qualify as agbada. So let's talk length and essential colors as well that you should probably
every social man should have an agbada. That being said, there are colors. There are colors that would work for almost every event. Okay. So a black agbada, for instance. A black agbada goes, you wear anywhere actually, even to a wedding, even to church, even to a funeral. A black agbada works all the time. A navy blue agbada also works.
Navy blue. Never thought of that.
That color agbadas are very, they're, what's the word? You can utilize them
multiple times.
Exactly. So, agbada is something that you can experiment with. Okay. Yeah. So nowadays we have the short sleeve agbada, the ones that the old agbada was the ones that dads used to wear. Yeah. The arm alone got somewhere. Yeah. Then you have to pull multiple times sometimes. But now we make it smarter.
That was the era of 1,500. That's what they used to call it.
So we made it smarter now. We now have it just one pull. And it looks smarter. The issue I have with it now is the length. Yeah. I don't think any agbada should be above your knee. Yeah. I do not think it looks good. I do not think it's supposed to be like a robe. Okay. That is the original purpose of the dress. Okay. It's supposed to be like a flowing robe. So we're trying to make it smarter. It doesn't mean we should now
take out from.
Yeah, we should now sever. I mean, it just makes it awkward. Yes. So I think no matter how short we want to make it, we should make it a little bit below the knee length. I personally prefer a longer one. Yeah. Ankles. Not ankle, but
calf.
Half. Yeah. You understand? So it's still smart, but then it's
in keeping with its true nature.
It's still traditional. It's still a bit royal. You understand?
Royal. I like that. I like that term. And we've seen a lot of embroidery as well. We've seen mixed fabrics. Yeah. When is it too much, do you think?
Yeah, well, it depends on the purpose. Okay. If you're getting married, we can excuse you to have the old embroidery, then the damask under the. Yeah. Then you're getting married, you probably won't wear it, unless maybe you're having a child or something. Okay. But when you're just going for a function, you're going for someone's wedding or something. I mean, we should be considerably reasonable.
Don't steal the shine of the groom,
then sometimes it's just too much. It's just way too much. It's not like a king or something. It's just way too much. So I mean, embroidery in the middle is fine. A little lining on the sleeves is nice. Maybe for a touch of I mean, you just want to show that you're more traditional or something. Then, you can have embroidery on your on the trouser, the lower part of the trouser. Yeah. That makes it nice too.
But how do you feel about now? Agbada has definitely evolved and it's still evolving. But how do you feel about the jacket kind of agbadas that we're seeing these days. Of course, you know, Ebuka has done quite a number to some of those. Case in point, how do you feel about these?
Yeah, this is lovely. These are actually really nice. I mean, to every idea, you're always, as humans, we're expected to evolve and innovate new stuff. This is great. This is grand. I mean, this is. I preferred if this was named something else.
Not an agbada.
You understand? I would have preferred it came as a type of agbada or something, you know, something different, so that you don't call this, because the proper agbada, the traditional agbada, is meant to be flowing.
These ones are more structured.
Yeah, exactly. They're like built, you know, more like a jacket form of. You understand? So maybe not an agbada for these, but these are actually really nice too. These are very nice.
Then last question before we move on, accessorizing your agbada. Now we're seeing, and I'm going to include footwear in this, we're seeing people wearing agbada, rocking the agbada with sneaks. We're seeing them doing it with a face cap. What are your thoughts on what's, let me put it this way. What shouldn't you do when you're rocking an agbada?
Well, wear Timberlands on agbada. I think I'll say that straight.
Timberlands. I don't know. That's pushing it for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a bit off for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so depending on where you're going, you can decide to either dress it down or dress it down. So, I mean, if you're going for a proper social event, you want to wear your loafers, your shoes with tassels or with crest or embroidery or something, you want to keep it royal, you want to keep it traditional. So if you're going for a concert and you're wearing a form of very smart agbada, you could do your snakes on it. I mean, the way you're going already, where you are wearing the agbada already shows that, you know, that goes. You could wear it to a club and, you know, look like, you could wear snakes on it. You could do sandals with it. I mean, sandals are traditional as well. So you could do sandals with it. You could slippers, definitely. Slippers with it. Yeah, so I think that's
okay, so it depends on the occasion, on where you're going. Right. So the second trend I have on my list is the velvet blazer. And I don't even know when this started, but we're seeing it a bit more in weddings, on the red carpet. What's the best way to rock this? I think it can be a bit tricky. So how do you wear this?
So I usually suggest to clients that want velvet blazers to rock it on plain pants.
Okay.
You understand? So we could now come up with different ways of making the pants. We could do a strip, you know, a strip on the pants with the velvet.
Just like really?
Tuxedo pants as well. But we, you know, usually I just suggest let's do plain pants. I mean, I wouldn't want you to rock a velvet pant.
That could be awkward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So usually, then the color of the velvet jacket itself matters.
Okay.
So if it's a very loud color, we could tone it down with a shawl, well, let me not say shawl, with a satin lapel. You understand? So it could be black. If it's say, if a velvet jacket is say wine, we could do a black lapel. You know, to just turn it down a little bit, depending on the kind of person we're dealing with now.
Okay.
Some people are quite loud. They want it. So even with the velvet jacket, they want a sequin lapel.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot.
So, I mean, we find a way to, you know, to just make it work. But, you know, generally, so far I've seen a lot of people pull it out really, really good. And Ebuka is one of them.
Ebuka pulls everything off really good, except for that outfit to the head. I'm still beefing him for that. Right. But I mean, he pulls everything off really nicely. So I think that the easiest thing you can do is just watch what Ebuka wears and then tailor it to suit yourself. He has become a style icon. Yes. Okay. So you've talked about the color of the velvet blazer, and then you've talked about rocking it with plain colored pants. How about the shirts? Is there any restriction to the color of shirts you can wear? Does it have to be a color that blends with your velvet blazer, or does it have to be a plain shirt?
Yeah. So depends on where you're going to.
Okay.
Formal events, I usually suggest plain shirts and colors that suit what you're wearing.
Okay.
Usually I'm a white person. I know white goes on everything. Yeah. You could do black as well, depending on the color of the jacket you're wearing. So I usually just suggest colors that would blend well with whatever color you're wearing. I could suggest sky blue, so depending on what you're wearing. I know if you're wearing maybe a deep blue or navy blue jacket, you know, a sky blue shirt would work depending where you're going as well.
Okay.
Do you understand? A baby pink shirt would work depending.
Really?
Very light. You probably think it's white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just a twitch. Not every time white. You know,
yeah, I get you. But so, to be safe, I would just go with
safe. If you want to be safe, white.
Okay.
White works.
And then okay, so this now, for instance, is not even conventional in any way. This is Maya Tafo in a red velvet blazer with plain shirt, but then pattern pants. Okay, so if you're going to do if you're going to do patterned, what other things do you need to keep plain? His shoes have a bit of a pattern on them as well, but somehow it looks good.
Yeah, the shoes work.
Okay.
With the pants, because even the color of the embroidery on the shoe kind of matches the stripe on the pants. Yeah, and every other thing is plain actually.
Yeah.
Even the lapel has, well, it's not the same color as the blazer, but the color that works with the blazer.
With it.
So every other thing is plain basically, and he can pull it off. He is, I mean,
the style icon.
Not everybody should attempt this.
Don't try this at home.
Exactly. Not everybody should try this. It might not so good.
It most likely won't go very well, because I'm trying to think of it. Like, no, I don't think that would go very well. Okay, so this is Ebuka in a velvet. Do we call this a long coat? I don't know.
Like a trench.
Okay, a trench. Okay, and it's patterned. I think it's patterned. And then he's done all the other things plain. So should we say that it's safe to assume that if your velvet blazer or trench coat is patterned, then keep everything else plain?
Yeah, that's safe.
That's safe.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to experiment, you can try adding colors, but. Yeah.
So what if you were going to do this with an edge, not play safe? What would you do with the pants? I mean, it's already patterned.
I'll keep the pants plain.
But the shirt?
I could play a little bit with the shirt and use, but still, it's still safe. I'll probably do like a very, very, very light blue shirt. Very, very light blue.
I can kind of see that in my mind. Yeah, that could work.
I could just do that, but this is just perfect.
Okay. Then, so this one now is for people who are a little too skeptical about the velvet trend and just want to dip their feet in without actually jumping into the trend. So this is Genola Grey in, I don't know what fabric the blazer, the blazer is in, but then you know how they do a velvet lapel, is it, what do you call it, a shawl?
A shawl lapel.
A shawl lapel, but then the fabric, I think, this is by David Wedge, by the way. Safe ways to play around with velvet. How can you do, should it be the lapel in velvet and another fabric for the blazer, or can you do that?
Yeah, you can do that. So you can have a regular fabric, a regular suit fabric, and do a velvet lapel.
Okay.
That works. We've always done that. We've done that like that, you know. But the new trend now is having the blazer in velvet, the whole body in velvet. Then you could use velvet for the lapel, but I usually just suggest don't make it too plain. Let's do say a satin lapel.
Like what we saw on Maya Tafo, something like that.
Yes, exactly. So do satin lapel.
Okay.
The lapel could now be in a color that is different from the velvet.
From the velvet itself.
But it still complements
the
velvet.
Okay.